Now, dear students, as per the guidance, we are starting the 11th physics practical by the help of the video lecture. And first, that in this lecture, I want to demonstrate the vernier calipers in front of you. And already we have discussed some of the methods in the chapter unit and measurement to measure the larger length as well as the small lengths. Okay, now we will use to measure the length by the help of the some of the devices. Those are applicable in our laboratory. So I am just presenting you some of the devices, those having the name first, that is vernier calipers. So what is the kind of the shape of the vernier calipers we have? So this is the portion of the vernier calipers we have, which we are using here to make the measurement of the linear dimensions of a given body. And the given body can have the shape that just like in rectangular body we have. Okay, so any kind of the rectangular body or the spherical body is there, so we can make easily the diameter and the basic concern of the dimensions. And on behalf of the computation of the dimensions, we can find out the different things like the volume and the area and the density of the given objects. Okay, now next device which we want to use for the measurement of the length, that is called the screw gauge we have. So this is the part of the screw gauge this is the screw gauge we have, and it is also used to find out the diameter of a given wires. Okay, we are using it. Okay, and somehow the types of the object for which we can make the measurement, we are just taking. And how can we make the measurement of the diameters by the help of the screw gauge? So we will use it. Okay, so this is the second device we have. Now the third device to find out the that is, it is called the spirometer. Generally it is called the spirometer we have. And this spirometer we will use to find out the radius of curvature of a given curved surface glass, watch glass. Okay, radius of curvature of that watch glass. Okay, so these are the three basic instruments we will use in the laboratory to make the measurement of the length. Now I am starting with the concept of the vernier calipers, what actually it is, and how can we use this one instrument. Okay, so what is the kind of the method of the method which we want to use in the practicals to demonstrate it? Okay, so there is a need to be discussed this instrument on behalf of the theoretical part, that each device having its own least count. So one of the basic method which we want to use to measure the least count of that this one device. So I am just showing the method that how can you start. So basically in your copy, we will start with the part of the objective, that what is the kind of the basic objective we have regarding to an instrument to measure linear dimension of like length, breadth and the thickness of a given body. Like the rectangular block, it can have spherical object we have, or the calorimeter. So calorimeter is simply a type of a glass we have, and we are taking it to measure its external diameter, internal diameter by the help of the vernier calipers. And how it will be possible, I'll show to you. Okay, now next we have what is the basic conceptual theory we have. So I have written only here, it is a device which used to measure the linear dimension very precisely. Okay, so precise mean that up to what resolution we are making the measurement of a linear dimension. So first there is a need to be discussed the least count. So before starting the least count, I am just showing the vernier calipers. So what are the important things in it? So generally this is the shape of the vernier calipers we have. And what are the use of these portions, and these generally these portions are called the jaws, and these are generally called the external jaws. And by the help of the external jaws, we can make the measurement of the external diameter. Okay, now these are called the internal jaws we have. Okay, now this is the kind of the controlling screw we have. So easily the uh, platform of the jaws can easily move on a main scale. Okay, and always to make the measurement, we have the two basic scales in it. First is the main scale, which is mounted in the centimeter. Okay, this is the part available in the centimeter we have. Okay, this is the part of the main scale which is available in the centimeter, and in the rectangular portion, we have the that is a scale which I am just showing here. This is the type of the scale this is called the vernier scale. Okay, and this strips is available in the vernier calipers, which generally used to find out the depth of a calorimeter, that how much depth in the part of the height we have. Okay, in the internal portion. Okay, so this is the simplest representation, parts of the vernier calipers, and I can easily that slide the platform of a vernier scale on the main scale by the help of this one screw. Okay, so first there is a need to be discuss the least count of the vernier calipers. How can we get it? Now this is the portion of the vernier calipers we have, and I have shown to you. Now we have the two scales. One is the scale that is called the main scale, and that is given we have in the part of the centimeter. Okay. Now along with the main scale, to make the absolute portion of the reading, we have the vernier scale. Okay. So what is the special in these two scales we have? So generally the least count of the vernier calipers refers to the difference between the main scale and the vernier scale. Okay, so how it is possible? So I have assumed the one of the basic that scale, the main scale that arising from 0 to 1 centimeter, that is mounted on a platform, metallic platform, and these are the portions we have. And easily we can make the conversion of that 1 centimeter, so it comprises the 10 mm. So each line of the one of the main scale regards the 1 mm. So this is the portion of the 1 mm we have, and we have the 10 segments: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the comparative scale along the main scale, that is called the vernier scale. And for the vernier scale, we have generally given the 11 lines. We have generally given the 11 lines here, and I think it is not visible, properly visible to you, but I have made the pictorial diagram. You must make the concentration here. So on the vernier scale, which is very much along with the main scale, these having the 11 lines, but these 11 segments make the 10 division. Okay, so generally these 10 division having the comparative length that is equal to 10 division comprises the length which is equal to the 9 mm. So I can find out the one value of the one division. So value of the one vernier scale division is equal to 9 mm is to be divided by 10. So as I am just making the measurement from 0 to 1, so it comes near about in the sense of the 0.9 mm. As we can see easily that this 9 mm comparatively here, if I am just making it on the main scale, so there is a less difference of the 0.1 mm between the one main scale division. This is the portion of the MSD we have, main scale division, that from the 0 to 1. Okay, and on the vernier scale we have 0 to 1, which having the length that is called the 0.9 mm. So there is a little bit difference of the 0.1 mm between the one main scale division and the one vernier scale division. So generally the least count of the vernier calipers refers to as least count is equal to the difference between the one man scale division minus vernier scale division. And we have noted down that value of the that one vernier scale division is equal to 0.9 mm, and value of the one main scale division in the part of the mm, that is called the 1 mm. Okay, so whenever we are just getting the meaning of the least count here, so what actually we can write? Least count is equal to 1 mm minus 0.9 mm. So it comes near about that 0.1 mm. So in the part of the mm, the vernier calipers having the least count, that is 0.1 mm. Okay, as we are just converting into the centimeter, so it makes that 0.1, that means centimeter upon 10. So it comes near about that 0.01 centimeter. It's simply least count of the vernier calipers. So this is the simplest portion which we have discussed here, that what actually on the main scale, the 0 to 1 centimeter section having the length, that is called the 10 mm. This is the portion of the 10 mm, and one division regards the 1 mm. Okay, but on the vernier scale, 10 division comprises the 9 mm. Okay, so the value of the one scale division is near about that is 0.19 mm. So there is a little bit difference in the main scale and the vernier scale division, and that is this is the simply the least count of the vernier calipers. So here what kind of the information we should include in the theoretical part. So how can we make the meaning of the least count? That least count is the simply the difference in the main scale division minus vernier scale division, and the main scale division having its one division value, that is called the 1 mm, and the vernier scale division having its one division value, that is called the 0.9 mm. So it comes near about that is 0.1 mm is the value of the least count we have. As we are just converting into part of the, so this is in the mm, 0.1, that is centimeter upon 10. So it comes near about 0.01 centimeter in the part of the, that means centimeter. So this is the part of the least count we have. Okay, so this is the general method we have. Now what kind of the formula we should add in this portion? Measurement. So in the measurement, whenever we are just making the measurement of the length, suppose length, breadth and the height, so we should include here the main scale reading, the whatever the reading that is available on a main scale, so we will include it. Okay, plus we are just adding the portion of a smallest portion that comes from the vernier constant. Vernier constant regards the number of the lines those are available from 1 to 10, and into least count, which we have discussed here. So this is the final approval of the reading, that is main scale reading plus vernier constant into least count. Now I'll just show you that how can we make the measurement, and for this I have pasted the some tables. Now dear students, I have taken one of the object in front of you, that is called the glass slab, and we have given the task that we should measure the dimensions of this given glass slab, like what is the kind of the, it's a length and the breadth we have. Okay, and the what is the kind of the possible height we have. Okay, so whenever we are just making the measurement of the length, so how can we utilize the vernier calipers? So I am just expanding the jaws of the vernier calipers, and putting this one vernier calipers, that mean object between the jaws of the vernier calipers. Okay, so first I have to be discuss the main scale reading. So we are just assuming that the zero of the vernier scale that coincide with the main scale, so it comes near about, so it comes near about, so it comes about the 7 point, it comes about in the part of the main, on the main scale, that is 7.9 is there, because the zero of the vernier scale lies between the 8th and the ninth line. Okay, so we are just writing the measurement of the part of the length, that is equal to 7.9. So here the first reading we have, that is called the 7.9, and it is in the part of the centimeter we have. Now next portion which we want to discuss here, the vernier constant. So vernier constant generally comes in the section, vernier constant generally comes in the section of that the which line of the vernier constant amongst the 1 to 10 which coincide on the main scale. So here I have to be collect the number from the vernier scale, and I want to take here the number, that is number 9, that line segment ninth number which match on the main scale. So I am just taking the vernier constant reading, that is 9 here, and the concern of the least count we have in the part of the centimeter, that is called the 0.01 centimeter. So whenever we are just making the assessment, So whenever I am just writing all the things on a table, so I am just easily writing that 7.9 in the another bracket vernier constant, that means segment of the ninth line of the vernier scale matches with the main scale and into concern of the least count. So whenever I am just making the solution of that portion, which I have written that a that cross sorry a plus b cross c, so we should multiply it. Okay, so what actually finalize, we are writing that 7.99 centimeter. In the part of the centimeter we have the length of this, that mean rectangular block or the glass slab we have. Okay, same how we can repeat the another readings in this manner, and always we are getting the same length, but the vernier constant value is a different. Okay, now next reading, suppose just I am saying that this is also 7.9, 7.9, and this is also the 7.9, and all the time I'll just get the different value of the vernier constant. Suppose this one is the one that is 0.8, 8 is there, this one is just further we are just getting the 9, and the two same reading can also be there. Okay, suppose this one is the 8.01, so this is the basic representation of we have. Now here we are just getting the 7.98, 7.99, here we are just get that 7.98 we have. So we are just getting the different readings of the glass slab in the sense of the length we have. Okay, so what will be in the last, we have to be assume that mean of that portion. Okay, so we can directly approach the mean of the length here. So whenever we are just getting the length mean by the help of the simple formula, that length mean is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 upon 4. So we are just getting the average of that length mean, that mean average of the length, that is 7.98 centimeter. Now it's a time to make the measurement of the breadth we have, कि इसकी ब्रेड कितनी है. तो ब्रेड के लिए जो है वो हम इस तरीके से इस पोर्शन को जो है वो जॉस के बीच में अटैच कर देते हैं. Now as I am just getting the main scale reading, so I am just making the zero of I am just finding the zero of the vernier scale comes after the 5, and it comes near about the 5.4, it comes near about the 5.4. Okay, so the zero of the vernier line is matching with the 5.4. So the main scale reading in the part of the breadth we have the 5.4. Okay, so regarding to this we have to be find out the vernier constant also. So the best matchup of the vernier division will match on the main scale, that is called the line number 7th section we have, and the least count we have the same in the order. So I am just getting that 0.01 centimeter. Okay, so as I am just concluding it, so I am just getting that 5.47 centimeter. Okay, so this is the simplest we have, and we can although make so many measurements here, Okay, so suppose I am just getting the breadth mean, that is called the 5.47 centimeter. So this is the one of the basic we have. Now how can we make the concern of the measurement of the height by the help of the vernier calipers? So I am just taking the height portion, that is between the jaws of the vernier calipers. So it comes near about better less than 2. So the vernier zero line which coincide with the 1.9 segment on the main scale. Okay, so it comes near about the 1.9 segment on a main scale. So here I just make the conclusion of the height is there, that is 1.9, and the suppose the vernier constant which I am just getting here, the line of the vernier division which match on the main scale, that is called the ninth number. So ninth into 0.01, so I am just getting that 1.99, that mean final result of this problem. And suppose we are just getting the number of the reading and we are just getting the mean, that is 1.99 centimeter is the height or the that mean portion of the height we have. Okay, so we have got the three dimensions. So on behalf of the that mean measurement of the dimensions. Okay, now how can we utilize these dimension to make the conclusion about an object? Okay, so I'm just using the simple formula of the volume, that is length into breadth into height. Okay, So whenever we are just multiplying all the things, so we are just getting the answer in the part of the centimeter cube. Okay, so it comes near about 86.8 centimeter cube. Okay, so somehow we are able to compute the mass of that glass block. So we can find out the meaning of the density also here. So the density is generally having the formula, that is mass upon volume. So by the physical balance, or by the spring balance, if you are just assuming the mass, suppose that available m gram, I don't know what is the kind of the mass of the glass slab, but here we can make the assessment about the density. Okay, so it comes that we have got that 86.86, so gram per centimeter cube. So this is kind of the, that mean, information we can get by the help of the different dimensions. Okay, so this is the part of the calculations we have. Now what is the basic result we have to be shown here? Result, the length of the given glass slab, that is called the 7.98 centimeter. It is one of the result we have. Second, the breadth of the given block, that means given glass slab, that is 4.7 centimeter we have. Third, the height of the given glass slab, that is called the 1.99 centimeter. And the fourth result we have here, the volume of the given glass slab, that is called the 86.86 centimeter here. And the fifth number, that density, that is called the m upon 86.86 gram per centimeter cube. So this is the general representation of the results we have about the measurement of the dimensions of a glass slab. Okay, so this is the simplest method to be represent the practical. Now we will use the vernier calipers to find out the dimension of the other objects also. So we will use the same concept here. Okay, thank you.